You're listening to Trevor Francis on the Tilton Talk Show.
Tilton Talk Show. Your views, your opinions, by the fans, for the fans.
We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? Birmingham's the team, down at St Andrews. We are all supporters of our team. We chant a super blues, ringing all around. Now all you blue boys know what we mean. We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? Let's hear you in the pub, singing our song, helping and sharing the load. It's worth the pointed roll when we sing together. We're there at the end of the road. We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? We have the team that's tops here at St Andrews. They're gonna give us what we're longing for.
An introduction from Nick. Hi, as many as you have gathered, I'm not where I should be tonight. Many years ago I suffered a life-changing spine injury which has never been the same since. I had a small issue a week last Saturday and tried my best to work it off in the early part of last week. By Thursday I was going into full body spasms and had a doctor's appointment which I simply couldn't get down the stairs at home to attend. An ambulance was called and after some very strong medication was able to get downstairs and into the waiting ambulance and off to Queen's Hospital Burton. Since then I have been on morphine several times a day and various other drugs which have only been out of bed 3 times. I'm waiting on an MRI scan and referral to a surgeon in Derby hopefully tomorrow. This may well put me out for the rest of the season, but rest assured I will be back. I have no access to social networks, so can't keep up with you all. I have no idea whether I'm going to be in here for one more day or yet more surgery. Only time will tell. But the thing I am sure is that the Tilton Talk Show will go on, and I'm sure Mr. Fun will openly take on the last 15 minutes in my absence. So I'm a bit rock bottom at the moment, as we had just paid a deposit on a holiday to Egypt in July, especially after last year's debacle with the not so wonderful service from Ryanair. If any of you have private messaged me, please accept my apologies for not answering yet, but I promise to do so once I get out of here. I will miss Monday nights more than any of you can imagine, as it's such an important and integral part of my life. I look forward to getting back in training with the lads as soon as I can, but due to the complexities of the issues I have to do as the professionals around me advise. Once I have more info on the next steps, I will email Mrs. Brown and kindly ask him to post it on the Tilton Talk page. I will miss you people so much. Thank you for supporting the show, our show, yours and mine. One family, stronger together. Always keep right on.
It's Birmingham forever. Let's hear it from the stand. So come on, sing this song once more. We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end.
Well, good evening and welcome to the Tilton Talk Show. I'm not used to hearing my own voice, you see, so.
Yeah.
Should we get straight into the game on Saturday? Thoughts, gentlemen, please.
Should we let our guest Paul Hipkiss
I think so, yes.
take the lead?
Sorry, yeah, I guess Paul Hipkiss.
Happy hat-trick show, Paul.
Thank you very much.
Good to have you back.
Thank you. So, yeah, I thought Saturday, obviously, I did have my concerns before the whistle was blown, obviously, to start the game, with the team selection and the previous 5 games to that. I thought, for me personally, I wanted to see Hotter back in the team and the Diamond back in midfield, because I thought we were creating more when we were doing that. Obviously, take the first half at QPR.
Yeah.
I know we were conceding a few as well, but for me, I just wanted to see us change something, but obviously persistence pays off, and he stuck with it, and in the end we come out victorious. So I did think, obviously, when Leeds hit the post, it's our day today.
Yeah.
And it was a fantastic goal by Shay Adams. Really, what a finish. I mean, the way
It's what you come to expect of him, isn't it?
Yeah,
really?
and the build-up from Magoma down the left, and the ball into Djukovic, and the way he sort of nutmegged it straight to Shay, and the way he took it out of his feet and just absolutely levered it into the bottom corner was fantastic to see. And I was delighted at the final whistle when we finally got that win that we've been craving for a little while.
Yeah, I think, you mentioned it there, whether we go to stick to what we've been doing or, revert back to that Diamond, bringing Hotter in possibly. But I think the way he probably looked at it, we were pretty resolute at Preston. Yeah. We were unlucky to concede in the last minute there.
Yeah.
And actually, the Albion game, we just mentioned before we came on, I think it was more individual errors that lost us that game rather than system or setup or personnel.
Yeah.
So actually, Monkey's what you can say about him, which he's shown in the 12 months he's been here now, is that he's very loyal and he's very trustworthy. Yeah. And he trusts those players, those individuals that were out there on on Saturday. Yeah. And it paid off. It worked. Absolutely. We were resolute and we were dogged, and we had to rally a little bit against a bit of an onslaught, especially in that second half at periods. Yeah. But the biggest credit I could give him is that we had far more clear-cut chances than they did. Yeah. Like you say, that Bamford one in the first half where he hit the post, just got in front of Camp. But his header, which Camp saved, was the only shot they had on target, I think, in the whole game. So credit the players, credit the energy levels. Yeah. Losing Gardner at half time, and then obviously Kiftembeld early on in the second half. It could have thrown us, could have thrown the way we played. Collan starting at right back, moving into midfield. Yeah. Big plus point for him. Showed great energy and versatility to shift around. Very, very good performance overall, and I thought fully worthy of the 3 points, actually.
And another clean sheet by Supercamp.
Yeah, and the back four was solid as well.
It was defending from the front. Like you said, I think you said Pedersen. I think I would have given it Collan. Yeah. So both fullbacks were exceptional. The two centre halves were strong when they needed to be. Yeah. But even Djukovic and Adams closing. Adams closed a cross down in the 93rd minute, I think it was. Yeah. Really working hard, and obviously when you needed him most in that. Yeah. In the forward area, he took his goal really, really well in the first half. Yeah,
he's got a good unity amongst that squad, and even in the games that we've lost, majority of them this season, we haven't deserved to lose them. I think there's a couple that do stick in my mind where probably we weren't the best team and we deserved what we got. But overall, over the course of all the games we played so far, I would say the consistency level has been good.
Yeah,
performances
definitely
have been good, and I'm talking even in games we've lost. Some of the games that we've lost, obviously Preston sticks out. And, I think
even Albion was away, the overall performance wasn't woeful. No, it was individual defensive mistakes that cost us the game. But the overall performance, I thought we were worthy of something from it. So.
And there's so many games where we've been the better team and drew, like Swansea away. Yeah, that was frustrating.
Yeah, that in the
Norwich
last
at home
minute,
in the last kick of the game, and so when you look back over the whole season. Forest away was another one as well. So we have been pretty good consistently all season. I think obviously the 5 games prior to Saturday, I've noticed he's swapped Morrison and Dean over. He's got Dean on the right side, and Morrison on the left. Yeah, and we have seemed to leak a few goals since he's done that.
But when Beattie came in,
he mentioned about Dean's groin, didn't he?
Yeah. So that's definitely you can see it. You can see it when Dean's running. Yeah, he does look a little bit more laboured than he has done all season, but fair play to him, because it'd be easy to say, look, I can't I can't play anymore. Do you know what I mean? They've identified a way in which he can get out on the pitch. You know, switching them over, and they've kept a clean sheet against a side who, you know, are still in with a really good shout of getting automatic promotion this season. So.
Yeah. I thought they both looked back to their best on Saturday, Morrison and Dean. I thought they were both excellent.
Especially in the air. You know, obviously Leeds aren't your archetypal lump it in the box to the big man team sort of thing, but they still had to do it when they needed. They chucked Jansen forward late on, I think, the centre half. So and they were strong. Yeah,
but no, we can build from this now, and obviously next 6 games we've got left, you know, we should hopefully get enough to see us through to the end of the season.
Yes,
and it's going to be an exciting summer then. I think. I don't think he's got a bottomless pit to spend. But at least he'll have something, you know, to build. You know,
most certainly,
some sort of a squad. You know.
Yeah.
I thought I'd lost my donga then. Okay, so I'll just read off a couple. Paul Gill says, now we may be missing 2 first-choice midfielders. Will Monk change the system for Wednesday?
Possibly. He might go back with the diamond again, maybe.
With Sheffield United coming, I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised if he didn't say let's do it again, let's go again. Yeah. Gardner wasn't an injury per se. I think he just felt ill, didn't he, at half time?
I think it was.
So hopefully, given 4 days rest, you know, he'll be available back. Obviously, Kieftenbeld looks a different scenario altogether. So, you know, but if it is Gardner, if it's the case that Gary can come straight back in, I'd fully expect it to just be Davis for Kieftenbeld and go again, boys.
Yeah.
Kevin French, going back to the Albion game, you wrote, a referee decision cost us at Albion, Mr. Fun.
It's a very interesting opinion, Kevin French.
And Jez says Mike Dean was spot on the weekend.
Yeah, he was excellent.
We made this, you know, Paul said that he wanted to bring this up, and it was something I wanted to bring up as well. Actually, we've had some stinkers this season,
some shocking referees,
and there are some poor referees in the Championship.
Yeah,
and I think it only takes, you know, sometimes you only realise what you've got. Premier League team, Neil Warnock. I understand why he wasn't happy after that Cardiff Chelsea game, because you know that decision has cost him. But to come out and say they're the worst officials in the world. Trust Neil, you were in this division last season. You should know very well the difference between Championship referees and the elite, which Mike Dean is a world of difference, and I completely agree. Who was it who mentioned Mike Dean? Who mentioned Mike Dean?
That Jez, I believe.
Jez, and Paul said it as well earlier.
Yeah.
Top class.
Yeah.
Top class the way he went about his business. You know, he gets a lot of negative publicity for his theatrics at times, the way he gives things. He is, but do you know what? He looks like he's a guy who enjoys his job.
Exactly.
And he's good at his job.
Yeah. And he's passionate about it anyway, the way you can tell that.
But actually, he refereed it brilliantly. He didn't let it get out of control.
No.
He put his foot down when he needed to. He made I can't remember a bad decision. Even the tiny little ones, I thought every decision was fair. So I have to give him full credit. Yeah.
Best
and if we can have that every week, then you know, you might see a bit of a different league in the Championship.
Would Paul knock down the main stand?
Oh.
Would I knock it down? I'd love to see it. Well, as long as it's rebuilt.
Knock it down with
just have a gap. There,
I think, to be honest, he's a bit of a dinosaur now, isn't it? It's been there since 1906. I know they've replaced a few seats, but I've been inside and in the exec areas and stuff, and it could do with a bit of a reinvention, to say the least, and wouldn't the stadium look amazing if they brought it up to the same height as the Clough? You know, so
swung it all the way around.
If they can join it, or even if they didn't, and
higher,
you know, it'd still look amazing. So I would, if we can,
yeah.
But I'd rather see the money spent if it's between that and the money being spent on the team
and a striker.
Yeah,
you know, nobody's going to choose the main stand, are they?
I'd rather see an improvement on the pitch if I was given the choice. But if we can do both, then
yeah, definitely.
There's the nostalgia thing. There aren't that many.
But I'm sure people.
James Beattie was all in favour of keeping it.
Yeah, but there is that nostalgic effect to it, and you know, you change that and it could become a different stadium, but I don't think it would.
And Ray's just said bring back Nick
Yeah.
after that comment.
There's absolutely no surprise there.
Right. We scored the new one, the Ray Hobro stand
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Just the new Ray
We'll
Hobro stand.
we'll build a brand new spanking new stadium stand
Let him
and then
keep his seat.
rename it. Yeah,
That'd be a good idea.
yeah, exactly.
Call it the new Ray
He
Hobro
could have the first seat in the new stand. Yeah.
Yeah. How many does the main stand hold? I don't know if it's not that many, surely.
Eight.
3.
I want to say about 8 to 10,000,
Really?
maybe.
That many?
Do you reckon?
That's a lot.
Is that a lot? Is that
It feels a lot
have I
considering
overestimated?
that the whole ground's only 30, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'd have said about 5-ish. Yeah.
5-ish, I'm going.
Yeah.
4 or 5.
4 or 5, yeah.
Dave Twice says, don't think all players coming back for corners will work against Sheffield United. Leeds goalie was sitting on the halfway line, waiting to be exploited, surely, says Dave Twine.
Yeah. Trouble is, who are you going to leave up? Because, unless it's Magoma or Mahoney, maybe. But, Hotter, when Hotter came on, he was the first man, wasn't he? Because I remember him clearing a pretty poor corner towards the end. Adams and Jutkovic, obviously, are your front men, but they're so vital in defending set pieces as well as attacking them that you want them in that box. So it's difficult to leave someone up when you're under the cosh. When you're 1-0 up and under the cosh, it is difficult not to bring everybody back and just focus on you. They work on their corner duties week in week out in training, and they'll know what Sheffield United have to offer, and I'm sure they'll be ready for it when it comes.
And just going back to the ref, Mike Dean gets stick, but you could see he was a Premier League ref compared to the dross we normally get.
Absolutely.
100% right. Yep.
I don't think there's many refs even in the Premier League at that level, is there really?
No, I think
he's like the cream of the crop, isn't he?
I think
is he the best one in the Prem,
best.
would you say? Yeah.
I think he's up there with Michael Oliver, maybe.
Yeah.
I like Michael Oliver.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just showed the way he expressed himself. He came across, he firm, but in control. Not like I'm the boss here, and you're just in control of everything.
Yeah, he doesn't float.
Yeah. So yeah, fair play to him.
Yeah, because a lot of the refs down there have looked way out of the depth for me.
Yeah. They let teams get on top of them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But Blues in the position they're in, us being at home, Leeds being a big club in the Championship in the position they're in, going for promotion, but he didn't let the magnitude of the game faze him, and he's managed bigger games than that. So
Pete Taylor's random question: Adams ever scored?
has Chai ever scored from a
I
header?
don't think he has,
No. Okay.
Off the top of my head, I can't think of one at the moment. But when he's bending them into the bottom corner from outside the box,
As long as it
it
goes,
doesn't matter, does it? Yeah,
No, if he's thrown out.
No.
But he's James Beattie spoke about him a couple of weeks ago when he came in. Just his all-round game is absolutely sensational at the moment. For him to work as hard as he did throughout that game, defensive work, running into the channels, causing Leeds problems. Obviously, he got his goal, but that towards the end where the ball was hoofed at him and he brings it down, traps it, looks around him, spins the defender. That just sums up the way he's been recently. Just a different gravy, and when he's like that, people won't be able to play him because he's so strong and he's so quick. If he'd have put that away, that would have summed up his season. That would.
Yeah. Let's not forget though, he wasn't in the team at the start of the season.
He was in and out.
He came off the bench at Forest, scored that great goal, and he's never looked back has he all season.
Yeah.
So
Most
what a difference
certainly,
one goal can make.
And then Leeds, he started Leeds away
Got
and got
a
the brace,
there.
didn't he?
Yeah.
And he hasn't looked back since.
No.
Yeah.
And it seems many fans are resigned to the fact that we're going to lose him, basically.
But if he's putting in performances like that, he's a Premier League player. Yeah. That is as honest, and that's the biggest credit I can give him. He's a Premier League player playing in the Championship at the moment, and if he keeps putting in performances like that, then
someone's going to have to cough up the money for him.
Leeds or West Brom or anybody wouldn't be able to hold on to him. Never mind blows.
No, exactly. But when you look at James Maddison from Norwich to Leicester last summer, 24 million.
Yeah,
I'd say he's worth more than that.
That's why Tom Ross was in last week saying 12-13 million. No, you are totally undervaluing our player in today's modern market. Where, like you said, James Maddison has one good season at Norwich and he goes for over 20 million. You've got to value an English striker who's 22.
Yeah.
22, 23? 22, young English striker, rapid, strong, getting better and better. Over 20 goals in the Championship. You have got to be looking 20 million.
At least. I think
you have to.
I think Maddison's a very good player, by the way, but when he went for 24 million, he was unproven in the Premier League, like Shea Adams. You know,
but,
so he has to be
but
worth
it's his age. It's his age, and it's the English premium that English players have.
Yeah.
You know that you add that, you add all of that on to your value.
Mm. Yeah, true. But he doesn't. For me, if I was Shea Adams, I'd rather stay at Blues and play every week and bang the goals in next season than say go to a Southampton or a Burnley and maybe battle relegation.
Yeah.
If someone like Everton's interested in me, then that's a different
Everton, Wolves, Watford,
someone like that where you're going to get chances.
I actually
you're
looked
feeding
at
off scraps up front on your own playing for Southampton. That's no fun, is it?
I actually looked at Watford yesterday. Obviously in the cup semi-final, and I watched Deeney. And he was I did thoroughly enjoy it. But I watched Deeney and the way he plays, and I thought, Deeney's not getting any younger. If they're serious, there's a ready-made replacement for Troy Deeney in Adams. You could have him for 10 years then.
Yeah. Swap him with some money.
Unfortunately, it's a very short career, isn't it? You know what I mean? So you're going to go where the money is.
But you're going to go and you're going to go where you're noticed as well. Obviously you're noticed in the Championship, but everyone in the world watches the Premier League.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't begrudge him for moving to even if he does go, you're probably talking double the wages to go to Southampton.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But as a player, if it was me, I wouldn't want to be feeding off scraps.
Well, I think Chris Wood went to Burnley, didn't he? For 15-ish million, I think. So
18, something like that was. But
these clubs in the Premier League have got the capability now with the TV money to pay. Even the clubs who are fighting relegation, they've got the ability to pay 20 million for players now. Yeah, if it really means it's something to them. So,
but I have to look at Sam Gallagher as well at Southampton because I liked him last season. I thought
very
mobile
potential.
Finishing was good at times. And he had that little good purple patch in January. And I would have loved to have seen him stay with us this season
as a striker.
Not a left winger.
Steve.
Yeah, so not as a left winger, as a striker. And I'm not saying Djukovic has been fantastic most of the season. He's done a great job.
You know what you're getting with Duke.
But I do think Gallagher and Adams.
It could be a big.
It could have. I mean, it's all hindsight now, but it could have worked out better for us.
Yeah,
they could both be on 22 goals now. Potentially. With James Beattie working with Gallagher, as well. He could have turned him into another goal machine for us.
And Mag's had a better game as well, apparently.
He did, he did. He played well.
Well, he showed every reason why Monk picks him week in, week out, and that's his defensive work. He helped out Colin, he helped out Pedersen, whichever side he was on. And actually, the goal come from his. We don't see that enough from Magoma. No. That sometimes he runs up players and he doesn't look confident as though he's going to beat them. But actually, when he picks up the ball there, especially on the left, and he can cut inside or he can go out, he cuts inside. He can create goals like that. I think he scored a really good goal from that position at some point this season. I can't remember who it was against now.
Was it against Stoke?
Yes, Stoke. That was it. Yeah, So that was just for. In a similar sort of position, picking the ball up on that left hand side and moving inside. Yeah. And obviously this time around he's picked it up, found half a yard and played it inside, and we've got the goal from that. But he was very resolute and he was very committed to helping out the fullbacks, whichever side he was on. And
there's been a few comments regarding Shea, and a lot of people are saying cash in at 20 million. That we should cash in if we can get to
the thing is,
and give them the main stand as well.
the reality as well, I'm saying you should be asking 20 million. That's the sort of thing you should be looking at. What you aren't going to get is 30 million for a Championship player. So actually, if you're asking 20 odd million and that comes in, then you would be mad not to take it. You'd be insane not to take it. because even with today's market, 20 odd million, you can bring in 3 or 4 very, very good Championship players, and you know, the strength in depth that we haven't had all season, you can sort of try and work with that and manoeuvre it a little bit.
I'd love to see Monk, you know, with the shackles off to do that as
well.
Yeah,
yeah, definitely.
Because I think he's brought some really good players in for, you know, with his hands tied behind his back, really. That was Gardner and, I know Pedersen was a couple of million, but Gardner and Mahoney, a lot like Mahoney, and, you know.
Mahoney's set pieces are
he seems to be getting
big
better
plus
and better
point for us. You know, we look a threat from them.
He's keeping Hotter out of the team, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's credit to give him.
Yeah. Somebody did comment. I've lost it now, but was saying that you know, when he does cut inside, he scares the hell out of teams, but he just doesn't do it enough.
We don't see it enough from him. I don't know whether it's a confidence issue or whether it's, you know, worried about the fact that if he loses it, he's got to get back into shape and position, or, you know, he leaves us a little bit open or not. I don't know, but when he does pick it up in that position, you know, he is a big threat, because he can go either way, and he's got a wicked shot with his right foot. If he cuts inside, if he goes outside on his left foot, he can buy free kicks or get into a crossing position.
Yeah.
So yeah, he is definitely a threat. It's just when he picks up the ball and carries it, at times you think he doesn't look like he's going to beat his man, and you know, it looks a little bit laboured at times. But when he does that,
it looks a bit worn out, says Pete Taylor.
Yeah.
I
But he's another one that's played the vast majority of the season, isn't he? You know, and you've got to take all this into consideration as well.
I can't recall a season. It must be a while since we've had a season where we've had so many contenders for goal of the season. I think Mahoney's against Sheffield Wednesday was a great goal.
Yes,
Bogle against Stoke, and Magoma against Stoke, and I love Shay Adams' goal at Swansea.
That was a wicked strike. Yeah,
and, you know, there's so many good goals we've scored this season. There's some I'm not naming.
There's a few.
You know, and
Adams' hat-trick goal at QPR, where there was the lovely interplay and Hotter hit the post, I think.
Yes,
and
that was incredible. That was like Brazil.
If Hotter's shot,
was Brazil.
If Hotter's shot goes in,
that's goal of the season.
Yeah, that's world class. Like,
yeah.
But there's a few.
Yeah, there's some really good goals.
There's a few to pick from.
Cash in on Hotter this season, summer. Cash in.
I still think he's got a lot to offer.
What are you offering? You know, because I agree with Paul. I think he's the guy when he comes on. You know, he come on Saturday, and actually, you know, a few people were umming and ahhing, saying, "Oh, do we really? You know, do we need him? You know, we're in the trenches a little bit. You know, we're digging in. We've got to be resolute. Do we need him coming on?" But he keeps the ball. You know, we were really struggling to keep hold of the ball.
Yeah,
and he's the one that can.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, at times he'll be, you know, he'll lose it because he's trying to develop something, or you know, he's trying to create a different way out rather than hoofing it. But
we haven't saw the best of him yet. I know
I don't think we have. Yeah,
back end of last season when Monk first came in.
Yeah,
and then sort of last dozen games, I thought he was excellent.
He was touches of magic.
And then at his first sort of half a dozen games this season, particularly at home to Swansea and West Brom.
Albion,
I know he missed the penalty, but overall his game was just...
He got the goal as well, didn't he?
Yeah. They just didn't know what to do with him. So really, I think...
And then in the glimpses where we went into the diamond as well, he's picking it up in those pockets, in between the lines of midfield and defence, and that's where he terrifies people.
Exactly.
Whether it's in the middle or whether he's out wide, right or left, if he's picked that ball up in the pocket and he's got an opportunity to play someone in. A number of goals this season. Adams at QPR again, not just the one he hit the post with, but the other one where he's played him through.
Yeah, great pass.
Yeah, he is our chief creator. Definitely.
I think he's got the most assists, hasn't he, this season? I would say. He must be up
Duke
there.
and Adams with each other will probably be close as well. But yeah, he'll certainly be up there.
He'll be up there. Yeah, I mean he's. I remember his cross against Sheffield Wednesday for Djukovic's header. And he threaded a lovely pass through to Djukovic for the second goal, I think it was, against Ipswich at home when we were 2 down.
Yes, was that the first one?
Was it the first one?
I think that might have been the first one.
Okay, But some of his assists for Adams at Norwich. I know we lost the game. But that pass to Adams straight after that score.
Just a little bit of ingenuity that. You know, Gardner and Kieftenbeld have been magnificent this season. I'm not gonna say a bad word about them at all, but Hotter has more in his locker in that sense than those two do, and it does make a big difference.
Yeah, but if you're asking him to roll his sleeves up away at, say, somewhere like, I don't know.
He will,
Millwall
but
or whatever.
But arguably, you've got a better, you got a better chance if it's Magoma or Mahoney or who's the other one?
Marabty. Yeah. So he's when the chips are up and you're going forward. It's a bit like I know it's a different level of player, but it's similar to Mesut Ozil at Arsenal. Mesut Ozil will never track back and work his what's off for the team. But when he gets the ball to his feet and he's going forward, he can really hurt teams. And Hotter is another similar type of player, but on another level. But he's
and those players will,
and he won't track back.
But those players will divide fans, because when you lose games, like you said, away from home, so sad. Like you just brought Özil up, he's got a stick again because they lost at Everton. Yeah, but actually, when he's utilised right and he has a brilliant game, he's unplayable for them, and he wins games for them. And Hotter's won games for us before.
Yeah, they're flair players, aren't they? I think the last one we had was John Terrell as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, similar sort of. Fabrini was a lesser version of them, because I think both of the two you've mentioned were better than Fabrini. But
when Fabrini come on loan though, in the first instance, he was very good, wasn't he? Yeah, but he just didn't happen for him after his sign.
He was in a bit of a.
Somebody's mentioned how much will we have to spend in the summer, and then somebody answered it a couple of posts later by saying we'll have what we sell, which is probably about right.
But there again, we don't know. Because we're back, because we're sort of on a level foot now, which is the way I deem it, if you like, the way I've read the report. We're back to that 13 million loss over the course of a year, 39 million over 3 years. I think you look at the players that can go this summer, that will go this summer, on freeze, people out of contract. If you can shift a couple of the other players who have got 1 year left on big contracts, you're in a reasonable position to not have to scrimp and save. Utilise the loan market as much as you can. Them across the road, their best players are on loan, Mings and Abraham and people like that. So utilise the loan market well. But the important thing will be that actually, if someone comes up that is $1.5 million, 2 million, you Christian Pedersens, you can go for them rather than saying we're not allowed to. If someone is asking for 20 grand, you can offer them 20 grand rather than saying not allowed to. We've only got 10 grand, but so I wouldn't expect us to be going out buying people for 10, 12 million pounds. No. Even if Adams goes, I don't think we'll be doing that. But no.
I think the owners have got the money to do that, though.
Yeah,
but it's just all about what's coming in and what's going out.
Yeah, of course,
and that's what it's all about.
And we know now that they are. You'd hope now what they've punished us. You'd hope that actually the EFL are going to take it seriously. So that you can't mess about with it anymore.
No.
But it's being competitive, isn't it? It's having your hands tied behind your back and saying you can't do this, you can't do that, and actually instead saying, okay, we can compete with so and so, and we'll give it a go. Yeah,
absolutely. I think now they've obviously punished us.
Yeah,
they need to really look hard at everybody else, because we can't be seen to be the only club that are punished for this. Because there's got to be other clubs out there that are in a similar situation, if not worse. I mean, Bolton aren't paying anybody at the moment, are they?
Well,
I'm not saying they should be deducted 9 points for that, but
the wording of it is the irony of it all. The wording of their ethos is profit and sustainability.
Exactly.
The EFL themselves have had to pay Bolton £160,000 in advance for them to carry on this season.
Right.
Now that's unsustainable. Bolton Wanderers are unsustainable.
Yeah.
Because they can't afford to finish the season.
So they've got themselves
extra payment.
So they've got themselves into that mess.
Yeah.
So why aren't they being punished for it?
Your profit and sustainability is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because we are sustainable.
Yeah.
If the owners have overspent.
Yeah.
But if they're happy to put, Tom mentioned this last week, them across the road, Leeds, Sheffield Wednesday, whoever.
Yeah.
If your owner is happy.
Yeah.
To keep putting the money in, then That's much more sustainable
Yeah.
than a Ken Anderson at Bolton who says, I want to sell, I'm not putting any more money in. I need this 160 grand from the EFL in advance to finish the season.
Yeah.
Who's sustainable, Blues or Bolton?
That says to me it's one rule for us and one for everybody else, potentially.
Possibly. I mean, look, I don't have an issue with the ruling because we have broke the rule. You know, the EFL set the rule out and we broke it.
Yeah.
My issue is you know, which has been my issue since the start. Who are you picking on? You know, you're saying you don't want another Portsmouth, you don't want another Charlton, you don't want this, that, and the other. But actually, us spending money for the first time in 8 years with owners that are happy to spend it, that's not creating a Portsmouth.
No.
You've allowed Bolton to create a Portsmouth by not paying their players and this, that, and the other, and they're not the ones being punished. But
no,
you know, it's not a bitter thing.
No,
you know, it's just a general question. You know,
yeah,
how are Bolton allowed to do this when surely this is the kind of what Bolton are doing now is the kind of thing that you want to stop, that you want to prevent. But
it's sad to see clubs like that where they are. You know, I mean, you look at Coventry as well, and you know, you think about some of their history in the Premier League for so many years. So many good players have played for them, and where they are now.
Yeah.
You know, Portsmouth,
you know, Coventry's issues with their owners.
Yeah,
you know, and then the EFL were demanding to know where they were going to play their football. I don't even know if that's been resolved yet.
I'm not sure.
They were saying they might kick them out of the league if they haven't found somewhere to play.
Yeah,
their home games, and then there were rumours going around that Blues were going to allow.
Yeah, we offered
for them to play at St Andrews, and then the EFL were saying no because it's outside Coventry, and we demand that you play in Coventry. So you're not helping yourself. You know, you're setting out all these rules and laws and demands and things like that. Whereas actually, if you just used a little bit of common sense, you know, and help these teams, not the owners, help the teams, because the owners I've got no sympathy for. I've got no sympathy for Ken Anderson. You know, Ken Anderson deserves no respect or sympathy whatsoever. The way he's ran Bolton into the ground, and your Sisu's at Coventry and your Portsmouths and the I can't remember the guy's name at Charlton. Roman Chandler is it? I think.
Yeah,
but,
Chandler.
Yeah, they've made a mess, haven't they?
You know, those people are the sort of people that are running clubs into the ground.
Yeah.
You know, our owners. We've made bad mistakes.
They have made mistakes
on footballing levels, but actually they've got money and they're willing to spend it. Them across the road, their new owners are dirt rich.
Yeah,
you know, and if they're happy to spend their own money, perhaps they should be allowed to do it.
It certainly doesn't benefit the club financially, does it? In any way, this FFP rule doesn't benefit the club financially. It just sort of keeps it running as a business. Yeah, you know. But
and maybe clubs will, you know, clubs will look at it and say, okay, Blues got punished 9 points.
Yeah,
might have to have a look actually. On the other hand, Wolves spent outrageous amounts of money and it worked for them. They got promoted. So who cares? So actually, we will give it a go.
Yeah,
because if we do spend a ton load of money, over the course of 3 seasons, we might go up.
Yeah.
And hey presto, we're laughing again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So actually, will it?
It's a gamble, but
will it deter owners to spend it? I don't know, because the reward of getting into the Premier League is so lucrative.
Absolutely, and even when you come down, you've got the parachute payments as well.
Yeah,
for three seasons.
Exactly. Yeah, of course.
So you're covered for 3 years
helps,
after that.
Yeah.
So potentially, whatever happens, we're covered for the next. Well, if we go up, if we went up in the next 3 seasons, we're covered for the next 4 years.
Apologies for the stream going down. It was
Sorry about that.
It was only down for about a minute or so. But back up as
in that time, Brummy Joe joined us. So welcome to Brummy Joe.
Well done. But I think that's the second week in a trot now. So I might revert back to the old software,
the old system, safe call.
Okay, Steve Portman says no guarantee of Shea leaving at the moment.
No,
there isn't. Apart from potentially close to £20 million and a player that actually could have left in January, and fair play to him, stuck around. You know, he knew what was hanging over us. He knew that there was the EFL hearing hanging over us, and offers were coming in for him. He could have played his hand and threatened to not try and not play and stuff like that, like players do. So if he left, I wish him all the best because he's given us a season that we can remember this year. And he's given us plenty of goals. But there's no guarantee that he'll leave. But
I think for me though, he does have to be careful where he goes and the next move he makes. Is a big decision for him.
Yeah,
because. You just look at in the past we've sent players up to the Premier League and they've not come. Jordan Much I thought was a good player for us in this division. Yeah. And then he moved up into moved up for a big move to. Was it Cardiff he went to from us? Or was it Was it Cardiff? I think it was Cardiff.
I think it was Cardiff and then Palace. And then Palace. Yeah.
So you can go off the radar. You can be a forgotten man in a short space of time by going from the Championship to the Premier League.
Picked picked wisely. To be fair, Gray went to Leicester and look what happened there. He's a Premier League winner and. Redmond is one of the stars at Southampton at the moment. So, and it's about where you think you're going to develop as well. You remember again, he's only 22, so he's got a lot of learning still. Go somewhere where they've got, an attacking coach who he thinks he can work with and develop his game even more. And you are looking at a really serious prospect, I think. Yeah.
But I think the whole squad, the demeanour amongst the players is excellent now.
Yeah.
They seem to be.
You can see it in them after the game on Saturday. They were absolutely thrilled to bits with that win. So.
Yeah. And when you see Adams interviewed or any shots of him, he just always looks happy. Yeah. And that's not just because he scored 22 goals this season. It's also because he's enjoying working for who. It's important to enjoy working for who you work for. Yeah. And I think that's the same amongst the whole squad. They enjoy working for Monk and his staff. And they've got a good unity.
You have to give the coaching staff massive credit. They have. You look at the state of the.
So that's probably the best comment of the night. It's come from Kevin Kelly. He says the biggest signing we can make is securing the services of Gary Monk.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Because you look at the atmosphere within the ground, within the fans, within the squad. Yeah. Before Monk came in under Cottrell, and it's
night and day.
It's evil. It's vile. Yeah. It's a putrid atmosphere. But Monk comes in, and sometimes it's easy. It's easier, not easy. It's easier when you've had such a bad environment that we had under Cottrell to come in and wipe your hands of it clean completely. Yeah. A little bit like Rowett when he took over from Clark. Yeah. But you've still got to do the job and you've got to maintain it, and he's maintained it for 12 months now.
And you haven't got a lot of time to do it either, have you?
No, of course.
Obviously, he had, I think it was Middlesbrough the day after he came. Yeah. So I know we lost that game, but after that, even the performance against Middlesbrough after he'd had the squad for a day was much better than what we'd seen.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But obviously, once he'd had a week or two with the squad, the difference in the performances was just incredible, wasn't it? It really was. Yeah. We were a completely different team with the same players.
Yeah. Definitely, it's these same players now who are doing it still. So
now every week we do a draw. Yeah. All you need to do to get into this draw is to share the stream. So if you share the stream next week, then next week you go into a draw to win a bag full of goodies,
prizes,
and
what do shares make?
Prizes. That could be our new motto.
Could be.
Stronger together.
What do shares make?
Prizes. So I'll come round in a second with the old cup.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. We'll let Paul draw.
No problem.
Paul says, I'm with you. I'm okay with it, but just wish it was longer for early bird. I was going back to the season tickets.
No, the old season tickets, yeah.
Wasn't it released today or yesterday?
Yesterday, I think. Yesterday. Yeah, or Saturday. Was it Saturday, actually, after the game?
Didn't I read it was the 2nd of May when they're actually on sale?
Oh, okay. I think
they've announced all the prices.
There are increases, and nobody seems to be...
Not a lot. Oh, right, okay. Mine's gone up £16.
Okay.
Which is less than £1 a game in this division, so I'm relatively content with that, actually. Thanks, yeah.
So everybody seemes quite happy with it, yeah. Is it normally this early?
Quite a few teams have done it. I think they want as many through the gate,
of course they do,
as possible. And actually, when you look at it, I think our financial year end is June, isn't it? So the more season ticket sales you get before the end of June goes into this financial year's accounts, which could help. So definitely. It's the early bird incentive. Is there to get get as many through as possible, and they know what they're working with then as much as possible. So
I think for me as well, I'd like to also say that obviously we've praised and mentioned the staff for the squad and all the players on the field and obviously on the training ground, but I also want to mention the staff off the field, the likes of Claire and Davo, what they're doing in the community. We've never seen nothing like that before, have we?
No.
I've never seen
it's
nothing like that
it's
before.
just.
I know Andy Walker was involved in some stuff in the past, wasn't he? But not to this.
The inclusion of, it seems, as many people as possible.
It's just incredible. That lad that was at the game on Saturday.
Yeah.
You know, it's
brilliant.
Yeah.
You can see the players as well. It doesn't look,
it doesn't look like a chore, does it? They want to be doing it.
You can. I suppose you can try sort of in a 30-second clip. You can put it on, but it genuinely doesn't look like that. It genuinely looks like the player. And when Claire and Davo have been on, they've expressed how fantastic the players have been with these people, with the kids and things like that. They are genuinely interested to help them out and make their day as special as possible.
Absolutely. I love the one of Shay Adams in Druids Heath when he's walking past all the flats. Have you seen that?
Yeah,
the shot when he's going to that guy's house.
Yeah, that's Charlie.
Oh, yeah, Charlie. Yeah.
Brilliant shot that was.
Yeah, I've been to Charlie's house a few times. It's something to behold. Hardy Hawks is loving the community involvement.
Absolutely, so am I.
Paul Lee says, goalkeeper, left-sided, centre-half, creative midfielder and quality striker needed. The spine of the team needs strengthening.
He's got 50 million.
Exactly, yeah.
I tend to agree with that, I must say.
Yeah.
If it was me, I don't want to criticise Camp. I do think he's done good as well as bad for us. He has had his bad moments, but he's had good moments as well. It was a good save. It was a good save Saturday he pulled off. Yeah. That wasn't easy to do. I know it was kind of there.
Yeah.
But it was good reactions from him. It was a good save.
The thing is, you are always going to get the 93rd minute where he came to catch it and dropped it.
Exactly.
You're always going to get that with him.
Exactly.
Actually, do you know what? It sort of makes it a little bit exciting unless it goes in and then you're absolutely throwing stuff at him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
overall, for what he's cost.
As a general goalkeeper, he put 1 foot wrong on Saturday. Thankfully, it didn't cost us. You're not really going to get a goalkeeper in this division who you can guarantee doesn't put a foot wrong every game.
No.
I've said before, maintained on this show plenty of times, Stockdale put copious amounts of mistakes in. Kushak has made mistakes in the past. Goalkeepers will make mistakes. Joe Hart made mistakes. Ben Foster made mistakes.
Oh yeah. All goalkeepers make mistakes.
You're picking on every single one. You will always find something where you think, he could have done better there. But actually, you mentioned, I think, 11th clean sheet of the season.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it?
That's a fairly decent record, actually.
Credit to the defence for that as well.
Yeah, it's everybody. Yeah, of course. And not just the goalkeeper, but yeah.
But yeah, I think this is by far probably the best team Cam's played in, isn't it, in his career?
I'd have said so. Certainly better than last season.
I don't know what it was early in his career at Derby and when he was at Forest. I'm not sure where they finished or what that was like, but I think it was only sort of halfway up the championship, wasn't it? So, I think this is probably his best team he's played in.
Yeah. Season tickets were Saturday, apparently.
Saturday, I thought it was Saturday after the game they went on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Nick Walsby says he's looking forward to the new season already.
Yeah, me too.
I haven't finished this one yet.
Steve Porter says £25 he has gone up by.
It's £1 a game. If you're
he's loaded though.
Well, that's true. If you can't really grumble at £1 a game extra.
Really. Mike Smith says shoots ourselves in the foot for next season though. I don't know whether he's referring to the season ticket prices or. I don't think a £20 increase will reduce season tickets dramatically. No. I wouldn't have thought so, no.
And if we stay up. And we put out a statement that Monk's staying or he signs a new contract and we make a decent signing, relatively early on and renew Morrison's contract, sign Gary Gardner maybe. I'm sure that the season tickets will start flying out the window.
Kevin Kelly said, "What's the word on the TTS official box for next season?" Well, our people are still talking to
some people.
Somebody, yeah.
Our people are talking to people with money.
Yeah.
Just a box in the stadium?
Yeah. We could do with one of those, yeah.
What, to record the show from, or...?
No,
for the game?
Yeah. Please,
match day hospitality.
Oh, right, okay.
That's right, yeah. It'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Old age pensioners have gone up £45.
But they're loaded. They're pensioners are
You've
loaded.
started something.
They're the richest people in the world.
You shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have said that.
You get what you pay for, though, don't you? I don't mind paying a bit more if our squad has been invested in and we've got a few more quality players in certain areas. For me, I think we're only 3 or 4 players short in that 11 of a good top sort of top 6 challenging team.
Possibly, yeah.
You know, we've got the foundations there with the manager and the coaching staff. I think they are good enough to take us up. You know, with the right backing.
You get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Unless you're an old age pensioner, then you get it for free.
Oh, I dread to see all the comments
Bus
going to come
passes,
through in a bit. Yeah.
TV licence.
What's the news on Keith? Do we know?
It don't look good, does it? But I don't think we've actually officially had the scan results. But I know he had a scan today.
I saw him
saying about a year.
I saw him come out of the ground on Saturday.
Yeah.
And he had a brace on. He looked in an awful lot of pain.
Oh God.
And actually, I know it's difficult to compare because bodies are different. But watching women's football, there's an awful lot of ACL injuries in women's football. The way their knee is constructed a little bit differently, less support. There is an awful lot, and it just reminded me of an ACL. First thing I thought was ACL, and if it is, that's 9-10 months, and if it is, then you're not seeing him until 2020. I hope it's not the case, but that was just my initial thought.
Yeah, it don't look good.
But obviously, you have to wait for the swelling to go down in the knee before you can make any sort of judgment on, like you say, wait for a scan and stuff like that. But
yeah, it doesn't look good.
Initial reaction, I'd be surprised to see him before 2020 now.
And it was actually his own poor touch, wasn't it?
Yeah, that caused. He made him. He won the ball. He did what he did best in the middle of the park, and he's broke through. And like you say, it's his poor touch that's give the defender a chance to get in. And he's just
one of them things when it 50-50 ball.
It's a really unfortunate one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Kevin Kelly's going back to the community work the Blues do. He says, Lee Camp, community work is great. Came round to my house with the washing up, broke a few plates, told him to take his gloves off.
Evil, that is. He was actually really good with...
a lady, wasn't it?
I can't remember her name. She's from Redditch Supporters Club. I should remember her name because I used to go with the Redditch Supporters Club a lot.
What's her name, yeah? I know you mean, yeah.
That's really annoying. He was fantastic with her as well. And I think he was the one who gave Anthony Routley went to the training ground and he gave them a few things as well, didn't he, for the Preston game? So he's done his bit as well.
Can we start saying sign Troy Deeney again?
No. You can start thanking Troy Deeney for yesterday.
I think Stephen Gill's trying to wind a certain person up. He says, who would you have, Stockdale or Camp?
I thought Nuno was a bit complacent yesterday. He took off his 2 best players. I know it's obviously a Blues Chat show, but very good. I think he took off his 2 best players at 2-0 up. Thought he got the game wrapped up.
That was a strange one, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then he invited them on.
It was a very Premier League move.
Yeah.
It was a Premier League move. We'll shut up shop.
Yeah. Backfired massively.
No focus on the fact that if you do lose, you concede this. You've got extra time as well.
It's for a cup final.
You got nothing to play for in the league.
No.
You're not going to break into the top 6, and you're not going to fall outside the top 10. And like you said, Jota especially, I love Neves anyway, but Jota especially was causing Watford's defence all sorts of problems, and to take both of them off, like you say, just lost all momentum, and then in extra time you're really struggling to get it back, aren't you? But,
I've got to say though, that Delafeo's first goal, if that was like a top draw player, one of the elite players, it'd be on Sky Sports News every 5 minutes.
But that's the product of Barcelona.
That was fantastic. What a goal that was!
Sort of technique it gets you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big hoo-ah about having the semi-finals at Wembley as well.
Yeah, one thing I've never agreed with. Never agreed with it at all. I think it takes a shine off the final. It's too expensive as well. Wembley's very expensive, and I just think the final's a lot more special when it's only the final that's there. That's just my opinion. I think they should be on neutral grounds.
I think Man City have got five
However,
trips to London in 14 games.
It's a lot.
Days.
They said on Talk Sport, didn't they? If you'd have gone to the last 4 Man City games, you'd have spent £1,600 without food and drink. Yeah. And that's why the ground was empty against Cardiff.
Yeah, and you can understand it.
Yeah.
You know, it's
a lot of money.
The club might have a ton load of money.
Any pensioners can afford that.
Exactly, unless you're over 65. You're really struggling to afford that kind of thing, aren't you? But the one thing I'd say about the semi-finals at Wembley, obviously we've experienced winning a cup final at Wembley.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Ridiculously special. But actually, say Watford lose to City in the final, Watford fans will always have that winning feeling at Wembley. You can't take that away from them. I know they haven't won a trophy.
They haven't won anything, no.
I know, but
it'll still be a wonder.
To have that winning feeling at Wembley, you know, I think that's something you can't take away from support. I saw to be able to say I've seen my side win at Wembley. But then again, them across the road could say that as well, couldn't they? Because they beat Liverpool there. But
all I know is we're the only West Midlands club to win a major trophy in high definition.
I still haven't got high definition.
We're the only West Midlands club to win a trophy that you could have watched on your iPhone.
Yeah.
True.
That's right, yeah. TTS box is a stall in the toilets at the back of the Tilton.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, you're more than welcome to come watch from there if you want.
Or should we do the competition? Because I'm being reminded.
Go on then.
Also, 3-word review coming up shortly as well. If you can hear that popping noise, what it is, it's that stuff. That
bubble wrap.
Bubble wrap.
Is it?
Yeah. Every time I.
Well, I'll have a bit of that.
Every time I go backwards,
can I take a bit of that home for?
No, you can't.
That'd be lovely. That would.
I thought it was people clapping me.
Here we go.
Apparently, Hazard's just scored a Shay Adams quality goal.
Oh, lovely.
Let's have a little rummage.
Winner is
Stephen Craythorne.
Congratulations.
Someone's just put that lady's name on, Linda Goodman.
Linda.
Ah, yeah.
That's it.
Oh, popping again.
Linda.
Right.
Kevin French wants to fill the ground with OAPs.
So what I'll ask our viewers now is, let's say it's you now in the summer. You obviously be realistic. You know, let's say you've got, I don't know, a £10 million war chest to spend on the squad. What's the first position you improve in the team, and who realistically would you go for? Would you take Joe Hart back?
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of wages.
Do you not think he'd be willing to maybe take a bit less to play regular? And
you'd like to think so.
Yeah, he's obviously got connections with us anyway.
Yeah, I think he'll stay at Burnley. I think you're more likely to. I think Nick Pope's probably the one who'll leave Burnley. But
he's a good goalkeeper.
He's a good goalkeeper, so I don't think. I think he'd probably. There's a chance he'd stay in the Premier League, but yeah. I for me still, obviously I wouldn't be adverse to seeing Gary Gardner stay if it was 2-3 million.
No,
the transfer fee, but I'd still be going for another midfielder, someone who can put their foot on the ball.
That'd be your first priority.
Yeah. It has been for 2 or 3 years, and I think it still is.
Yeah.
Names coming to mind is difficult.
Yeah, of course.
Someone like Ryan Woods, who was at Brentford, who's now at Stoke.
Oliver Norwood.
Yeah,
he's
possibly. Sheffield United. But that sort of player who's happy to have the ball at his feet. And can shift it quickly to the wide men or the front men. Someone like that, I think.
Who's the best type of player you've seen at Blues of that ilk?
In that manner. Ferguson was decent at it.
Fantastic player he was.
Keith Fahey was decent at it.
Yeah, Brian
Hughesy was excellent at it. But I think Hughesy was someone that would have wanted it a little bit further up, whereas Fahey and Ferguson could have had it anywhere and done it. Yeah.
Going back further than that, Mark Ward, you might be a bit young for Mark Ward, but he was a good player for us. When Chris picks out a good pass, then he Mark Ward.
Oh yeah,
good player.
But that sort of player would be my top priority for the summer.
Yeah, I think Ferguson and Bowyer together were a really good.
With
a younger Craig Gardner as well.
They combined well, with that side gelled pretty well all around, didn't it? Yeah,
that's not a bad shout. Ray Price, Harry Arter is currently on loan at Cardiff.
Yeah,
so that type of player he's that type of player, isn't he?
Would he drop to the Championship? I'm not sure.
I think he's going to anyway at Cardiff. To be honest,
well, he's a Bournemouth. He's still technically Bournemouth's player, I think. So if he goes back to Bournemouth, they might be looking. He might be looking to stay in the Premier League. He's another one. He's probably fitting quite well. I think he's a bit terrier-like as well, isn't he? But just someone who's willing to take a couple of seconds on the board to assess his situation, and see if we can do something a little bit different.
Just going to the winner of the 3-word review. It's a good one. This was from Mike Smith. Binoculars weren't working. Of course, a reference to
Spygate.
Oh, Bielsa. Very.
We have intelligent listeners, we do, I tell you. Mike Smith.
Well done, Mike. Very good.
Well done.
Very up-to-date reference.
So, just message me your details and I'll get a prize over to you.
Ray says £415 his season ticket in main stand. Why pay club class?
£415.
His season ticket is. It's actually not. It's not a terrible point.
No, it's not.
Because if you pay £415 in the main stand, you're actually looking at 3 decent stands.
Is that? Yeah, you ain't gonna like that though, is it? Right, it's Ray Hopper who said that.
Whereas if you're in the cop,
it's a bit like you looking at. Exactly.
You two are the benefactors looking here.
You have the best view, basically.
Yeah, which one of us three is the main stand?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a fair point. Obviously, if we were over in the main stand, it would be less of a... be looking at the Cop and Tilton joined together. And
Mike Smith has joined us tonight, and he says get in. So I think he's quite happy at winning his prize. Well done. And he also says his ticket is £555 in the Cop. It's quite expensive.
I think mine's $5.80 in club class.
Yeah.
But I get a free programme and my name on my seat as well.
Oh, wow. So you see.
Yeah. 2 S's? Spelt it right?
They got them the wrong way around. They got my dad's with my name on and mine with my dad's name on. That's the only thing that is a bit annoying.
Excessive Blues say £255 for my renewal, and I'll bring my own seat.
A couple of announcements I've got to make. First, a get well soon. It's been a bad week, actually. The guys at the BCFC Fans Forum, who run another page, massive page and group, they were involved in a little accident last week, a little car accident, and they were in hospital for a bit. So, good luck to you guys. Get yourselves better. And also, we need to say, well done to the guy who's getting his tattoo as well. You know, the bloke who's having his tattoo adjusted for the 20. He's almost got it. He's almost there. So he just needs a few more quid. So so get on to him, and he'll be very appreciative of that.
Yeah.
I think he needs 500. Is it? I think 500. I don't think he's not far off.
He's not far off.
Yeah.
All right.
So there we go. £365 in Tilton.
Yeah, that's mine. 365.
365. Yeah.
And that's in block 16.
I've got to say, this is the most I've enjoyed going for a good few years this season.
Yeah, definitely.
It's got that feel back in it when you're in the place and the game's on. You've got that buzz back, ain't you?
You feel like you're in games rather than just going thinking how many we're losing by this week.
Yeah, we have been through some bleak times, haven't we, over the last few years?
We have.
You go back obviously to Clark's days, but obviously he was working with nothing, wasn't he, really?
Yeah.
So he did well to keep us up, really, when you think about it.
Yeah.
I know he wasn't the best manager in the world, but he did.
Certainly, that's the one thing I would agree with.
But he did do well to keep us up with what he had, really.
Kev Kelling says club class £580. It's the same spot where I stood on the old Cop terrace. It's basically where I used to stand as well.
Yeah.
Just where the stream of urine would go down.
Did that cost you 500?
Yeah, no. It was 50p, or it was nothing at half time.
That might be roughly about where my name is now.
Yeah, that's right. Nick Wellsbury wants Sam Gallagher Blues return. He wants him back now.
I'd like to see that.
Sam Gallagher?
Yeah, I would, yeah.
I see it as a bit of a step backwards.
For him? Or us?
For us, don't you think? No?
It depends. For me, he's shown a lot of potential once he was put up front eventually. He had a good goal run, and then he got injured, didn't he? I know he played the last game against Fulham under Monk, but other than that, I don't think he played at all for Monk.
No, he went Duke Adams, didn't he?
Yeah, so I think for me,
when he came in,
yeah. So I would love to see him work with BT and just to see because who would have predicted at the start of this season, from what we saw of Shay Adams before this season, that he was going to get 22 goals. So just for that reason alone, what he's brought out of Shay Adams and Djukovic as well.
Mm.
Yeah,
I would just love to see it. I mean, I could be completely wrong, but...
And Ray's just reminding me about the awards, which I didn't want to talk about, but thanks, Ray.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he wants to know how many votes were we out. Well, I think we were about probably about 40 to 50 votes out of getting in the...
we got top 25.
Top 25 in the country, yeah. That's quite
still good, isn't it? I mean, how many is it
know,
altogether?
Is it, well,
we don't
there's
know.
an awful lot of football podcasts out there, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's some massive
Well,
ones, you know.
I was looking at the
followers
I was
and
looking at the finalists, and they're all 10,000 plus followers
Crazy,
on
yeah.
Twitter, and
yeah.
you're struggling to compete against that lot, aren't you? So
Oh, yeah.
with the popularity they come with.
Yeah.
I won't mention the fact that
No.
my other podcast got in.
Oh, I know about that one. Yeah. I know about that. We ain't going to talk about that. But yeah, there were also 6 Villa entries that made it into the awards. Yeah, well done.
They're too busy watching ours anyway, they're fans.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's
all-
amazing. How
And the
many-
one that I've watched is just so full.
Yeah.
But there you go. I'm not bitter at all.
So Wednesday night then.
Yes. Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Let's go on to Wednesday night. Sheffield United obviously coming here is going to be a tough game.
Yeah.
They're a good team, the same as Leeds are. But there's no reason why we can't beat them like we beat Leeds.
No.
You know.
No,
for me.
I think. Well, if you'd have asked me before Saturday, I'd have said I'd have fancied our chances more against Sheffield United than Leeds.
Right.
Sheffield United are a very organised side. 1 to 11, they know exactly what they're doing. I think Leeds. I saw Leeds as a more classy team, a more flair kind of team, and I thought we'd struggle a little bit more with that. But the way we defended, it gave me a lot of confidence actually. And I think Sheffield United won't. Monk will know exactly what you're going to get with them. The way Chris Wilder sets them up, he's very regimented. But yeah, I think we've got to look at what we can do to teams as well, rather than worry about what they can do.
Absolutely.
And we
can hurt teams with our players.
We showed on Saturday that we're more than capable of creating chances and getting at teams. So.
Yeah, and when Shea's on form like that, he's unstoppable.
Yeah, definitely.
There's no reason. I mean, he'll be up for this against his old team as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
So there's no reason why.
I'm sure he'll be getting a fair bit of stick from the away supporters. So, he'll want to make a point, definitely.
Of course, yeah. Predictions?
Well, I was just looking through a few stats before the show. Remember when they chucked away a 3-0 lead at Villa?
Yeah.
Not long ago, Sheffield United.
I do, yeah.
Since then, they've played 4 away games and haven't conceded.
Right, okay.
And they've won.
So all good things come to an end.
They've won 3 of them 1-0 and the other one 0-0.
Okay.
So they have. It seems like they've made a very clear intent to that's not going to happen again. What happened at Villa Park?
Right. Yeah.
So I think they'll come resolute. I think they'll come looking to try and keep a clean sheet. I think I said 1-1 against Leeds. So I will go the same.
Okay.
I think there'll be goals in it.
Yeah.
There'll be goals in it, and I think old Billy be sharp or thereabouts.
Yeah.
I still fancy us to nick it though. I do. 2-1.
2-1.
Yeah, 2-1.
I was going to say 2-1 as well.
Well, it might be 3-2. Might be 3-2.
Could be 3-2.
Yeah, 3-2.
Could
5
be.
goals in it.
Yeah. I'm going to go 2-1 as well.
Completely.
We haven't seen many 3-2s.
demolishing my stat about them coming and making it hard.
Yeah. Sorry. You're not always right.
No.
In fact, you're never right most times.
That's very true. Very, very true.
Billy Sharp is a handful. He knows where the back of the net is.
Yeah,
So,
of course. And I think McGoldrick got the goal against Preston on Saturday.
Yeah.
In which was a big win for them considering Leeds lost. They've also, of course, got Scott Hogan on loan from them across the road. So if he's involved, I'm sure he'll want to. Make a point and do his old club a favour. But
Mark Duffy as well.
Yeah, who made a nice little return last season. But last season I think I seem to remember they were on the verge of the playoffs last season. So it was a big game for them last season.
Yeah, we dented their hopes.
And they come and took the lead, like you say, with Duffy, and then we went on and beat them 2-1. So we've shown that. Teams who are coming to us with a lot to play for. Actually, it's not an easy place to come, and hopefully we can do what we did on Saturday and derail their promotion push.
Yeah.
Adam Wilkes reckons that you must have done some pre-show revision.
Just a little bit,
because he's saying you almost sound professional.
I just know it off the top of my head. On that intelligent. Yeah.
We did not rehearse this at all.
And then obviously next month, before the next show, we've got Ipswich away on Saturday as well.
Yeah.
So that's another one that I'll start with that one. I'll go for 2-0 to us.
Ooh.
I think we'll perform really well there.
Bit of a funny game, that.
It's been a while since we've won there, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll still
we
go
don't
for
normally do well there.
I think we will.
Horrible place, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Horrible
went last
place to
season.
go for, yeah. We'll still nick it. 2-1.
2-1 again.
2-1 again, yeah.
Have you gone anything other than 2-1?
No, I haven't. No.
Has it ever been right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
All
Do
right.
for me then.
So Ipswich have had 6-1-1 draws in their last 9 games.
Have they? You know more than me.
Yeah, they beat Bolton on Saturday, obviously in that
Yeah.
battle for the bottom, which was their first win in 13 games. They are 13 points off Reading in 21st with 18 points to play for. So assuming they don't win on tomorrow night,
Yeah.
we could mathematically relegate them on Saturday. So I think there's a sombre mood around the club. I think they're already resigned to League One.
Yeah.
And I think if we take it, we'll take a decent following again. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I think we'll beat them 3-1 on Saturday.
I'll take that as well.
And mathematically relegate them.
Excellent.
Pete Taylor says, in typical Blues fashion, beat Sheffield, lose to Ipswich.
Well, do you know what though?
That is true.
I'd kind of in a funny way take it.
Yeah.
If you offered me 6 after the Albion game, if you'd have offered me 6 points out of the next 9, I'd have taken
snapped
that
your
all
hand off,
day
wouldn't
long.
you?
So
Yeah, you wouldn't have moaned too much if we'd have lost
no.
to Leeds or Sheffield United and beat Ipswich, So,
of
but
course.
the frustration is if we do win Wednesday and then we lose at Ipswich, that's typical Blues. Isn't it?
Yeah.
We beat the first and second team in the division, and then we go to the team that's bottom and lose.
But I think if you beat Sheffield United, I think you really are starting to look and say, okay, the relegation fears are starting to wane. I said to you before, actually winning on Saturday has put us above QPR, and we've got a better goal difference than QPR, so that we've dragged them into it as well. They're the ones looking over their shoulders even more so than us now. So the more points you pick up, obviously there's only 6 games left of the season now. So
could we? Oh, we can't relegate them, can we?
Who, Ipswich?
Yeah.
We could do.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, if they lose in the week,
Yeah.
and then we beat them, they can only pick up 12 points then, and they're only 13. They're 13 off Reading in 21st. So we could do.
Ray's going for a draw. We don't normally win at Ipswich.
Yeah,
so
I don't remember. I've been a couple of times. I don't remember a particularly good away day at Ipswich, but
I remember us beating them back in the 90s when Furlong got a penalty.
Okay.
That's going back a long time.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm trying to think. Even in the League Cup semi-final.
We lost in the League Cup semi-final, didn't we?
Good job away goals didn't count. That was the first year, away goals didn't count.
Yeah.
Because they got it back to 2-2 on aggregate.
Yeah, they would have
It
gone
would
through
have been
after
game
9
over.
minutes.
They would have won on away goals, even though it was 2-2. So, we obviously it didn't count as an away goal. And we actually get to extra time and nick it sort of, was it 4-1 on the night, was it?
Yes.
In 2001? Was it 4-1 on the night and then we beat them 4-2 on...
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, 4-2 on aggregate.
4-2 on
4-1
aggregate?
on
5-2 on aggregate?
4 on the night, yeah.
4.
Okay.
4-2, because we lost 1-0 at their place.
Of course, yeah. That was
Great
a good
game.
night.
Great game.
Yeah. We're into the last 15.
I know.
Hey.
Not just yet. My PA has just texted me, Adam, thank you, regarding Easter Monday. There won't be a show on Easter Monday, but we'll try and...
Easter Monday?
We'll try and sort something...
That's good, because I'll be in Alicante.
Well, there you go.
We've got Rotherham away, haven't we, Easter Monday?
All right, okay. So, well, maybe we'll either not have a show or we'll have a show later in the week.
Yeah.
And sort something out.
Depending if I find a bar with decent Wi-Fi, I might do
There you go.
an Alicante special.
Oh, that'd be good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Get the whole
Our
bar
man in
involved.
Alicante, we could call it, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could do.
A lot of people think you're reading from a Sky Sports app, dialogue. Yeah, there we go.
Handwritten
Preparation.
notes.
Oh.
Handwritten notes.
And Paul Gill says, yeah, we can relegate Ipswich Saturday, I think. Let's do them.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not?
More
Why
than
not?
happy to, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. I think we could. Yeah, Kevin Kelly said, let's have an Alicante special.
See what I can do.
Let's change a course of history. 2-0 Blues at Ipswich, says
that's what I've said.
Wilkes. Okay. Right, then it's all yours, Mr.
Okay,
Paul
so the last
Hipkiss.
15, obviously for Nick as well, I've thought the last 15, any players to do with football and hospitals.
Okay.
So
yeah,
that's just for
and
Nick
what we'll do is we won't talk about it till the last 2 or 3 minutes. I'm going to
Bristol,
write down the best
10 seconds.
I'm going to write down the best ones.
Chris will pick the best ones. Pick obviously, put your comments in, your players to do with football and hospitals, and we'll go from
Miami to Alicante. What a come down, Mr. Pugh.
Well, it's Alicante first, and then Miami, you see, so it's an upgrade, really, when you look at it like that.
Mike Smith says, "Are you scribbling with crayons?"
Le Bic.
Right. There are some good ones coming already, but so we won't talk about them.
No.
Let's carry on.
The first one you said has come up twice. So.
Yeah. We thought it would, didn't we? We did think of you.
So I think Wednesday night. I'm not going to be, to be honest. Don't think he'll change much Wednesday night.
No, I can't see it.
I think he'll go with Gardner and Davis in the middle. He'll go with Mahoney down the right and Magoma down the left.
Yeah.
And then the same front two as always, and the same back four as always.
Yeah.
That's what I think he'll do.
Yeah,
and hopefully
he threw me a couple of times on Saturday when he brought Harding on. I actually thought he was going to go 3 at the back and have wing backs with Collan and Pedersen.
Yeah,
but he put Collan into midfield and put Harding at right back.
Yeah,
and then when he brought Hotter on for Mahoney, I thought he was going to put Collan to right mid.
Yeah.
To help Harding, and then he
didn't do either.
There, he put Hotter at right mid, so he threw me a couple of times on Saturday. Yeah, but
all good decisions though.
Yeah,
they all paid off.
It worked. Collan in midfield actually did a really good job.
Did really well. Yeah.
Here's a good question to keep you talking about. Is would we bring anyone out of the youth team up to first team rather than spend thousands and millions?
I'd love to see that, especially a striker who's going to bag a lot of goals. I mean, I've never seen it in my time going down the Blues. I don't think we've had one since Trevor Francis had for our academy.
AJ had it for a while, but
not for us, really.
Not for an extended period of time.
He was more at Crystal Palace when he moved on. It's a shame that was, because I think he probably could have been a Blues legend. Could have stayed.
But yeah, I mean, Beatty mentioned about Jude Bellingham. He's been involved, not in the squad, but been involved with the squad, travelling to games a couple of times.
Yeah,
he looks like someone who who could come through. But I mean, then you've got the other side of the coin with was it Mitchell, the young lad who's going to Southampton for like 300 grand.
Yeah,
if you've got a really, really talented one, they're going before they're 15, 16, unfortunately. That's the reality of being a Blues rather than a Premier League team. You'd like to see it. It's always really good for supporters. Wes Harding is doing it at the moment, obviously. I
think Lakin has showed quality at times.
And they've obviously got big plans for Lakin, tying him down to a new contract. So
another one we got as well is Seddon as well, left back.
He's I know he's on loan, isn't he?
But I think he probably could come back next season. And probably be bedded in to sort of back up Pedersen.
Who's the lad that's just gone off now? Who just was sold for £1 million?
Yeah, that was Mitchell, wasn't it? Yeah.
But the academy, obviously, with Robbo and Beale involved with the players, they do bring them through for us, and they do a good job, don't they? They're doing ever so well in their league.
Yeah.
So I think certainly with Robbo there as well.
It's good grounding, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but obviously it is a big step up. But the likes of Harding and Lakin, when they've played, have shown that they are capable of playing in the first team. They don't look overawed by it.
No.
So hopefully there can be a few more over the years. But like you say, I think really, really top your Greys and Redmonds and Butlands. I think those days are.
It'd be nice to see someone else emerge like that.
It'd be lovely, but like I say, I think if they're anywhere near that standard by the time they're 15, 16, they're off at Premier League clubs anyway before you even get the chance to see them. So
yeah. But that Bellingham, he was out there Saturday before the game. He was warming up with the, sort of having a kick at the players. So,
but it's really good. It's really good to see that. Say Adams does leave in the summer. I'm sure we'll look to replace him as well. But actually, giving Bellingham a sighter of what it's like to be in and around the squad. We'll stand him in good stead, and if he is called upon, even if it's for a couple of cup games next season, then he knows what's in store for him.
Yeah, definitely.
You're all right in there.
Oh dear. Yeah. I'll read them out later. But,
So yeah, no, it's exciting times. Obviously, get this season, out the way now. Really, to be honest, let's get this season out the way. Get this last 6 games done. And then we can look forward to a summer.
You want a bit of momentum.
Yeah,
I think that's important.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, you wouldn't want the season to end like with 5 defeats and a draw, and we stay up panicking. You want a bit of momentum going into the summer, a bit of a feel good factor.
Yeah. I think they'll do it. I've got every faith in. I've got every faith in them doing that.
Nick wants to know who do we think for the playoffs?
Who's going up automatically?
We're not going to be there.
6 games to go. Who's going up top 2?
Norwich, I think, are going to win it.
I can't see them being stopped now. Yeah.
And I think Sheffield United will get second. I think we'll beat them Wednesday, but I think they'll get second. Mm-hmm. I think Leeds will just filter out a bit. They do. They tend to, don't they? So I think
Leeds are going to do it. I think it's Leeds' year.
Do you?
I do.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think playoffs.
So that will leave Leeds or Sheffield United in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Albion.
So let's say it's Leeds in the playoffs. Yeah. What I'm saying.
Albion are there.
Yeah. And then it's potentially either them or Derby or
Bristol City.
Or
Hull are in it.
Middlesbrough
are in it, but Middlesbrough in a terrible run. Forest are still in it.
Sheffield Wednesday could.
Rotherham, still
really good run.
Yeah.
I'm going to say in the playoffs.
Yeah.
West Brom.
West Brom to go up.
Yeah, in the playoffs. Yeah, and they'll beat Villa in the final.
Well, as it stands, they play each other in the semis, 4th and 5th, wouldn't they?
Yeah, that's true.
So we don't think the Villa are going to get anywhere.
No, but I think West Brom will be 4th and Villa will be potentially 6th.
Okay.
And they'll play Leeds in the semi-final.
I really hope.
I hope I'm wrong. Obviously,
we won't see a West Brom v Villa.
I hope right now that they don't make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So do I.
I'm worried if they do.
I know. Me
Is it
too.
6 on the bounce now?
Yeah. Yeah, I think a huge.
Yeah. But when you're in
the
the playoffs, anything I don't tend to agree with the fact that if you've got, I think Fulham did it last year, didn't they? Had the momentum going into the playoffs, but there's been plenty of occasions where the team who sneak in lose in the semi-finals and things like that. I think it's just a lottery. I don't think there's not a science or an art behind winning in the playoffs.
Well, do you say Fulham had the momentum last year? We beat them, didn't we?
On the last day, yeah.
And then they beat Derby. They lost at Derby, didn't they? 1-0.
Yeah. So they had to win 2-0. I think.
Did they win 2-0 in the second leg? So they didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't win comfortably to get to the final.
No.
And then in the final itself,
it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't a one-sided affair by any means, but
no.
Yeah, teams have finished 3rd and gone up. Teams have finished 6th and gone up. But
I was in Turkey watching that game, and I was in a resort where they didn't have like a sports bar.
Yeah,
okay.
I was watching Villa Fulham in a cinema, in like a kids' cinema, where they streamed it on the big screen for just me.
Yeah,
and it was just me in a massive cinema all to myself, running around with like all-inclusive drinks, going absolutely nuts.
Whereabouts in Turkey? Whereabouts in Turkey?
I was in Sorgan.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Sensatori Hotel in Sorgan. Yeah, it was a fantastic day that was. So yeah.
Kevin Kelly says, "Who's the late runner into the playoffs? Is it Forest?
There's always
could potentially be.
It could be.
Or Bristol City. I know they're in there now, but they've come from nowhere.
Yeah. Derby will score goals. I think they're getting a couple of players back. Mason Mount's come back into the side, and they've looked better. They've scored 9 goals in the last 2 games. And goals will definitely obviously help.
It's difficult to predict it without seeing the fixtures as well for each team.
Yeah. I think them across the road have got Leeds and Norwich to play.
I know obviously Derby have got to come to us, and obviously Sheffield United have.
Yeah.
And have we got any of them away? Anything? No. I think them for the top teams.
Yeah. We've got Rotherham, Ipswich, and Reading away.
And Wigan at home.
Derby at home, Sheffield United at home. That's our last 6. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can all stop now. Stop it.
Give it a rest.
Right, give it a rest. Right, so I'll go through the. I'll be as quick as I can. I'll be as quick as I can.
5 to pick from.
You're having a laugh. I'll go through really quick. Okay.
Go on then.
Joe Hart operation. X-ray Houghton. Mark Ward, inevitably. Jota Otter burn unit. Peter Crutch. Andy leg fracture. Joe Trolley Lolly. Martin O'Connery.
Coronary.
Yeah. X-ray parlour. I like that. George Plaster of Paris. Joe Hartlands. Jack Wheelchair. Bedpandiani. No,
Rehab
nothing.
Mahrez, Mark Wommel there. Mark Womwell, sorry, Mark. Mark Womwell.
This one's a winner. Stephen Carr, park charges.
That fits perfectly with hospitals, doesn't it?
Nearly. Peter Bedpanner, Darren Nurse, and Robin Van Nursey. There you go. That's it. I don't do anymore.
And I'll add Darren Stretcher.
Fantastic.
What
a thoroughly enjoyable couple of minutes.
For me, it's got to be the Stephen Carr park charges.
Yeah, I think so.
That's brilliant.
I think so.
Well done.
Yeah.
Ray BCFC says Derby, Bristol City, and Villa. 2 out of them 3 to be in the top 6. Bristol City,
It's mad. Middlesbrough have lost 6 in a row, and they're still only 2 points off. They're a side that you think if they get their act together should be capable of stringing together 3 or 4 wins on the bounce. But I think it'll be Sheffield United, Albion, them, and Derby. I think we'll get playoffs.
Interesting to see. It's going to go to the wire. That is, that 5th and 6th place.
Yeah,
I think West Brom
there's
and
a
Leeds
hell of a lot.
United.
Obviously there's only 6 games to go, so it could all change by next week, as there's 2 games this week. But it looks like you could have 3 or 4 going for a couple of places on the last day, which would make it exciting.
For the neutral, if there is such a thing, watching the Championship this season has been outstanding.
It's better every season.
League One's the one to watch.
Yeah.
Have you seen the bottom of League One? There is, I think Bradford are a little bit cut adrift now at the bottom. I think there is 6 points separating 23rd and 13th. Anyone in the bottom half of the table could be in the relegation zone within 2 games. It is ridiculous how close that is.
Yeah, it's going to go to the wire though for that 5th and 6th
Yeah,
place.
I think
it'll go to the last day.
It could go to the last day for the top 2 as well.
Yeah, it could do.
So.
Yeah, I've just got a feeling Sheffield United are going to do it. I don't know what it is now.
Just quickly before we go, next women's fixtures.
Yeah, so we didn't mention last week the Arsenal game at home. Unfortunately, we lost 1-0. But it was a better second half. Was a much better shift. The next game is Everton away on the 17th of April. The last home game of the season is at St Andrews on the 28th of April.
Oh, good.
And that's against Liverpool.
What day is that?
Which is a Sunday. Sunday the 28th. I think we've got Wigan on the 27th at home. And then the last home game of the season for the women is on the 28th, which is the Sunday against Liverpool. And like I said, at St Andrews, so it could be it'd be great to see a decent attendance for the last game of the season. Make it 2 days out at St Andrews over the weekend, which would be excellent.
Well, there you go. We've come to the end of the show. Thank you, Chris Pugh. Thank you to our special guest,
Thank you.
Paul.
My pleasure.
Hipkiss.
Thank you, Paul.
Many thanks. And we'll see you again next week. Ciao a bit.
Now all you blue boys know what we